Word started to spread a few months ago that the Internet Archives published 145 issues of Nintendo Power magazine, dating back to 1988. The common reaction to this was something along the lines of, "Better grab these before Nintendo issues a smackdown on the Internet Archive." Not surprisingly, Nintendo did in fact get the issues pulled very recently. Now, I'm going to put my opinions regarding copyright and defunct publications aside and acknowledge the simple fact that Nintendo has the legal right to protect its intellectual property. My problem with this is that it's yet another example of Nintendo's short-sighted, reactionary, and often self-defeating business practices. Nintendo had two golden opportunities that they missed with Nintendo Power, and when someone did pick up their slack, they did the predictable thing and shot themselves in the foot by enforcing their IP rights and angering their fans yet again. The first big opportunity came in the late 90s when the internet started to blow up. Nintendo had a chance to get a jump on the 21st century by creating a Nintendo Power website. This hypothetical site could have offered special goodies and grown alongside the traditional magazine, but Nintendo failed to see the potential of such a site and allowed the physical publication to exist as an anachronism long after the rest of the world moved on to digital publications. Much like when they failed to see the potential of CD-ROMs and DVDs. Nintendo's second big opportunity came when their magazine finally bit the dust. The death of Nintendo Power made headlines and presented a chance for the company to strike while the iron was hot and release back issues of the magazine in digital format. Sure, people would have pirated the digital copies, but there is a good chance that the company could have made some dough off the relatively simple task of converting these mags into a digital format if they hadn't been already. Now, I understand that it's not that simple and Nintendo would have had to cut some deals and pay some royalties out, but look at it this way. Now that the cat is out of the bag and 145 copies of Nintendo Power are sitting on thousands of storage devices, Nintendo can never hope to make money from it. It's also ironic that part of the company's defense of the takedown came in the claim that it was done in order to protect their ability to preserve Nintendo Power. Yeah, okay. I think they've been eating way too many of Mario's magic mushrooms over in Nintendo HQ. While Nintendo pulling copies of an old magazine is one thing, they also recently put the lid on a fan-made game called Another Metroid 2 Remake. Once again, Nintendo has the right to do this, but once again they are shooting themselves in the foot by angering fans and trying to control the internet, which is like playing an endless game of whack-a-mole. Just because the official sources for these games get the plug pulled on them doesn't mean they're unobtainable. Of course, the heavy-handed use of copyright to quash fan-made games is nothing new. Square, Konami, and plenty of other companies have had several other projects shut down over the years. While they certainly have the right to protect their property, I'm beginning to think that these dinosaurs are afraid they can't compete with a bunch of amateurs who make games in their garages, or sites like Internet Archive who are willing to preserve that which the myopic gaming industry forgets about almost immediately. Why try to offer a better product than the competition when you can just sick your lawyers on them and have them silenced? So in short, good job Nintendo. You screwed yourselves and your fans yet again.